they have to get pregnant to make the milk for us.
Oh. No, this is
because only the girls are going to lay eggs, right? So they want the girls, they don't want the boys.
But what's this? Do they
so
know
on their
already?
first, they identify them on the conveyor belt. These are all the boys. They're not useful because they're egg-laying breeds. They're not the ones that are going to grow fast and become
food.
Meat.
Yeah,
right. So they're not useful to the egg industry.
Yeah.
So 7
what
billion.
What is that? What's happening there?
So they're dividing, and then basically they get dropped off into a macerator. So we kill around 7 billion day-old male chicks every year. So this is what the boys. This is also very common. Also in the UK, in Sweden.
Yeah.
So they get dropped off, fully conscious, alive, into a macerator. So if you wouldn't, let's say you had a baby chick and you had a food processor, and you drop them in, would you press
will it blend?
Would you press the on button?
Yeah, it will blend, but I'm not going to press it.
But every time when you buy eggs, even free-range organic, you're basically pressing the button. Right, it's just happening behind closed doors, and the industry don't want to educate you, right? Because
of course they don't.
The more you know about this stuff, the less likely you are to want to pay for it.
That is really disgusting.
So do you think you'll go vegan now?
I love the idea. I think what you're doing is great, but I think it's hard also. Is it not?
Do you think it's harder for us to go vegan, or do you think it's harder for the animals when you're not vegan?
Hard for the animals, granted.
Yes. So that's the way I see it, right? Like, back in slavery times, someone might have said, "Oh, it's really hard not having free labor," and you'd be like, "Hang on, like it's about the victims." So this is in Sweden, in the UK. Basically, the way that slaughterhouses work for pigs is we put them in gas chambers. This is also not widely publicized. A lot of activists work really hard to get cameras in, because obviously the industry don't want to show this stuff. But this is in the UK, it's almost 90% of the 9 million pigs we slaughter each year are put into gas chambers. I think it's similar statistics in Sweden and Australia and elsewhere.
What other methods, for want of a better word, are there? There's gas or...
there's electrocution. I mean, all of them are horrific.
Yeah, right? That's what I'm thinking. It's like, I don't know.
There's no nice way to do it, right? So that's the issue, right? A lot of the focus, the discussion, is often on like, how do we kill them, right? But really, it shouldn't be about methodology. Yeah, or even that, right? But that's what's called welfareism, right? Yeah. So that's like saying, okay, homophobia. I'm gay, right? So we can say homophobia is wrong, but we don't need to stop homophobia. We just need to find nicer ways to do homophobia. It's like, hang on, you're missing the point. It's not about methodology. Yeah. It's about not treating another individual like an object and oppressing them, right?
Comparison, but I guess.
So I would encourage you to think about this stuff, and I think it's fantastic, by the way, you're doing Free Palestine. I'm also joining the marches as well, like every Saturday or then plan.
Cool.
So I'm there as well but we need to like work together, because all of these oppressions are connected. Yeah. And even though I speak up on the Palestine issue, it's not like what I'm encouraging you to do with veganism.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily saying you have to be a vegan activist, but at least the moral baseline is being vegan, right? Because there is a difference. Like, you are actually the one responsible here, right?
I'm not making a choice all the time.
I'm not responsible for what's happening in Gaza, but I will use my voice and speak up. The same as like, I'm not now vegan. I'm not responsible for what's happening to these animals. I'll use my voice and speak up. But the minimum level is that we are not the ones paying to put them in gas chambers. We're not paying to do this stuff. And ultimately, all of these oppressions, whether it's based on gender, race, species, they're all unjustified.
Yeah.
So
I do see it, and I do get it.
Are you going to go vegan?
What's that?
Say it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go vegan.
You're going to go vegan?
Can I go
Can
vegan
I give you a hand?
once a week? Can I go vegan once a week and then build it up until I know how to
let
do it?
me ask you another question. Okay, if it was you in their situation, so you've just seen the pigs in the gas chambers, and imagine other people were like watching it, and they saw these things being done, and they said, "Oh, can I stop like in a week's time, or can I?" Or would you just say, "No, it has to stop immediately," right?
That sounds so crappy.
There's no excuses. We've got to stop immediately. So, are you going to stop immediately?
I will stop immediately. But what if I have like a... What's it called?
Mistakes.
Yeah.
Mistakes. If it's mistakes, that's okay. I think all of us, when I first went vegan, I slipped up, right? Mistakes. Yeah. I don't mean like giving in to a craving. I mean like, oh, I thought this was vegan and like, oh, I ordered the wrong thing. Yeah. That's going to happen, right? So
is it hard though to find restaurants and stuff? How?
if you go to Happy Cow, it's an app. Happy Cow, and you can find on a map like it shows you like fully vegan places, stuff with vegan options, and I mean I've used that on like in the middle of Taiwan, in the middle of like where there's some back streets, and you will find a vegan place.
Really?
Like, and worst case, I would just eat chips and salad. Like I would not like even it's like I haven't done that very often. Most places you can find great food, but like in the worst situation, I would prefer that than forcing someone in a gas chamber.
Yeah.
Can I show you one more? So I don't know how much you know about the dairy industry. So
No.
this is,
presumably.
as vegans, we're encouraging people obviously to not oppress animals regardless, whether it's for the leather industry or zoos, entertainment, but also for the dairy industry. So in my view, dairy is one of the most horrific industries. Like it's worse than the beef industry because they still get killed, right? This is every dairy cow that's used in the dairy industry, they will be killed, but they're raped. So basically this is the boys, they have an electric dildo put in their anus because they have to
do what?
Well, they have to make, you're a woman, right? So you're not always making milk.
No.
How do you
breastfed though.
Okay, but how do you think the other mammals, right? They have to get pregnant to make the milk for us. So basically every year this is them putting an arm in the anus. This is organic, free range. They put an arm in the anus, they grip the cervix from the inside, and then they inject her with the semen that they've masturbated from the bull. So that's the AI gun.
That is so unpleasant.
Yes, it's disgusting. And we do, this is the AI gun, right? So this has the frozen semen. And then when the baby is born, if that wasn't bad enough that she's been restrained and forced to be, the baby is then taken away from the mother. Now, cows are very maternal, right? So they're crying, they're trying to chase after their babies after being taken away. How does that make you feel?
It's really horrible. I remember when my boys were little, when they were just new and they were breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Fuck my life, like I can't actually imagine. Of course they have the same feelings as I do.
Yeah.
And they don't even know how to eat, do they? Like they need to feed from their mum. They don't know what to do.
Again, their boys will be killed, right? Because in the dairy industry, just like I showed you with the egg industry, they only want the females. So their sons will be killed as veal, like baby cow meat. The girls will then follow the footsteps of their mothers.
Such a weird industry to think, isn't it?
Yeah, and if you think about it, like, human milk is for humans, cow's milk is for cows, dog's milk is for dogs. We have been conditioned to believe that we need to, like, including in Sweden, like they put Allah in the school system and trying to like propaganda. That is business. It's nothing to do with like health. They do not care about health. They care about securing customers for the future, right? Every other mammal needs strong bones and teeth, right? Rhinos, elephants, like none of them are taking another species, forcing them to get pregnant and drinking the breast milk as adults. Like that's weird.
It is weird.
And like you can get all like.
Where do you get calcium from though?
So here we go. Here's some sources, right? So calcium we can get from all of these: sesame seeds, soybeans, kale, nuts, spinach, okra, broccoli, dried figs. These are just some, right? But there's loads of sources, and all other animals in the animal kingdom, they also need calcium, right? We're not. It's weird that we've been told that
that's the way to do it.
We need to drink breast milk as adults. Like that's weird.
It is a bit. Little Britain, bitty.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bit weird when you think about it.
It's freaky.
Yeah. Right.
And actually, like a lot of people in the world, especially non-white people, are actually, they call lactose intolerant, but I think that's also a racist term because it's actually normal, right?
Yeah.
So it's just because white people tend to dominate dietary guidelines, so they've decided that majority of non-white people who can't digest lactose as adults have somehow some disorder. But that's not true. It's actually the other way around, right? All mammals in the animal kingdom, they stop making lactase, which is the enzyme to digest your mother's milk. You stop after weaning. That's normal. And the majority, like 60% of humans on the planet, they also have that. Because a lot of white cultures have had a long history of dairying, we've developed, and I have this as well, like a mutation, which means you carry on making lactase. You carry on making lactase into adulthood, right? So it's actually the other way around. The mutation is the people who can tolerate, and the majority as well can't tolerate. So why we are
Is that why people say when they stop eating dairy that they can't go back?
I mean, it might be more to do with the cows being raped and the other
I know, but like,
all that stuff. But yeah, I think there's also many people have obviously like health issues with it as well. But it's so messed up, right? And somebody actually, there's Dr. Milton Mills in the US. He actually challenged the US dietary guidelines of institutional racism because they were recommending that the citizens should consume dairy, knowing that it makes people sick.
That is a weird thing to do. Why would you do that?
Because it's, the industries are like, they have the egg board, for example, they were like in the committees when they're deciding dietary guidelines. Why do you have the business people who want to sell their products infiltrating the... Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Right.
So
where do I find like a clever version of that though? It's just Googling it.
I think you can just Google it. Also ChatGPT, or if you don't like using ChatGPT, like just Google search. Yeah. So do you think you're going to do it? Are you going to go vegan?
I'm going to try. I'm going to try really, really hard.
Okay, but not just try. You're going to do it. Remember the example of when we said if somebody was like pointing the gun and they said, I might do it, but I'm just going to try. I need you to commit to it.
I don't want to lie to you. I will try, and I will try really, really hard.
Okay, but every day that you're not vegan, there is someone being shot in the head for you.
Yeah, that's what I'll be thinking.
But if we just say you're thinking about it, that's just paying lip service, right? What matters to them is that you stop.
No, I mean if I did it, like if I did eat.
But even if you did it and you felt bad, it's still like it's still happening to them, right? It's not enough.
No.
So we're here to hold people accountable, right?
Good. Are you here next Tuesday? Oh, no, I'm not here next Tuesday. Never mind. But yes, but I could just be lying to you. You wouldn't know.
I mean, in the end, we can't control what other people are doing, right?
No.
But I'm not here to say that it's enough to just try.
No. You make a very good point, and I do agree.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. Can I shake your hand?
Yes.
Thank you.
So much.
And free Palestine.
Yes.